George here, and you're watching Know You As, a YouTube channel that's all about you, your creator, and the spirit that hates you. Today's topic is Believe It or Not, Part 1. You don't want to miss this, so sit back and relax. I'll be back in a moment. Thank you for waiting to hear what I have to say about Believe It or Not. I've had several things to happen to me that were very positive as being a Christian, and I just want to share those with you. Maybe it will encourage you. As the Bible says, they overcame him with the blood of the Lamb and the word of their testimonies. So maybe what I have to share will encourage you, the listener. There was a time in my life when I was going through a lot of things with my body. I didn't know what was happening. I would be in a line and it seemed like I was about to fall over or someone was trying to push me. And I went to several doctors, at least 3, and told them what was going on in my body. And they all said, "You're fine." They ran tests, put me on the treadmill, put me on EKG, said I was fine. But one day, when I was getting ready to go to work, I could not get out of the bed. I was so weak. And I prayed and I asked God to help me, to show me what's going on with my body. Because I've always been strong, healthy. And all of a sudden, it seems like my TV just came on by itself. At that time, my TV didn't have the remote. I would have to go and turn it on. But my TV came on, and there was a lady on this Christian television station that was talking, and everything that she said was what I was experiencing. And she said, "Come down to my office. I'll give you a free consultation and I can help you out." So I mustered up the strength to go there. I went there. She told me, after I explained what was happening, she said, "Young man, you have hypertension." I didn't know what it was. But she said, "If you take what I ask you to take and do what I ask you to do, you can get rid of that." The lady's name was Gladys Lindberg. She owned a chain of nutritional stores called Lindbergh Nutritional Stores. And I did what she said. And you can believe this or not, but in 1 month's time, I had all of my strength back. Believe it or not. Years later, I took a course to become a medical missionary. And while in that course, I learned that there are many home remedies to help the body heal itself. I also learned that there's a different lifestyle as far as eating. But the main purpose of the course is to heal the individual physical body, but you point them to Jesus Christ for their salvation. I'm really glad I took that class. Okay, This is the last Believe It or Not for part 1. I was at a house washing my car, and I had a really old towel to dry it off with. And as I was drying, I pushed it so hard that, and this happened so fast, it seems like either dust or some particles from the towel just floated up in the air and just went directly into my nostrils. And I started coughing, choking, and coughing more, trying to get rid of it. Finally, the coughing stopped. And I was going to continue drying the car off, but I started feeling weak. And I went and sat down. And then the next thing I know, I was feeling weaker. And I said, I need to go home and lay down. And I got in my car and I started driving, and I was getting worse. I got to the point where my whole insides were on fire. It seemed like the stomach area and across my chest was just burning. I never experienced anything like that before. And I started feeling like I was gonna black out. And I just started praying. I was on the freeway and I started going back and forth across the line. And I said, I need to get off of this freeway. So I started driving off, and it looked like I saw a little ramp. I said, I need to stop. But then again, I said, no, I can't stop. I have to get home. And I got home finally, and I was able to pray. And finally, the paramedics came. And they checked me out. They said everything was fine, all my vital signs. But they suggested that I go to the emergency care. They wanted to take me there. But they just kept saying coronavirus is in the hospitals. You need to know that. And they kept trying to persuade me, but I told them no. I'll stay here. In my mind, I was saying I wanted to see God work. And so they left. But I was in a lot of pain, the burning, and later that night, I couldn't sleep. I have a little chair in my room, and that's where I ended up trying to sleep. Because when I was in the bed, no matter which way I turned, it was excruciating pain, and I just couldn't relax. So finally I sat in that chair, and I kept looking at the clock, and it was 1, 2, 3 a.m. And then finally I got back in the bed. There's still pain. So I got back in the chair, and then finally about 5 a.m. I laid down, and I guess I got about a half an hour's sleep. It was 5:30. I woke up, and all of the pain was gone. And I just gave God the praise for it. Believe it or not. Thank you for being patient to listen to what I had to say about Believe It or Not. And if you have a Believe It or Not story that you would like to share, you can put that in the comment section, or you can email me at the American Dream News, the number 1, at gmail.com. Again, this is Brother George. You're watching Know You As. Give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel. And ring that bell. I'll see you next time.